The Play Mornings with Steph and John replay.
Good morning, world.
It is February 13th, 2024. What do you have against me?
Nothing.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure. Do you feel like I've wronged you?
Very much so.
How?
If you go on over to our social media, Steph,
Yeah?
you will see a photo that you posted of us and the lovely Addams Family Keanu people.
Yeah.
Now, do you see the whale in that photo?
John.
Do you see?
Do you...
You see what's sticking out?
I see a guy named John standing in a photo.
Yeah? And
Yeah.
how wide is John in that photo?
Wow.
I look huge, Steph. I don't look like that in real life. I look huge. I'm grasping my stomach as if to keep the fat in. That doesn't seem to be helping in that photo.
You might not know it. Maybe you do look like this in real life.
What are you trying to say?
Am I making it worse?
Yeah, are you kidding me? You think that was making it better? John, you know what? You do look fat in real life. You look that fat. You have the opposite of body dysmorphia, where you think you look really good, but everybody else sees you like the Pillsbury Doughboy.
John, I'm sorry. I'll let you approve the photos from now on.
Yeah, that's the very least you could do.
Had a complex. I've recently started binging Survivor.
Yeah, you're addicted. You are addicted.
I know. I started on season 32 a couple weeks ago. Now I'm on season 35. There's only 10 episodes per season, John. It goes pretty quick.
They're not 30-minute episodes, I'll tell you that right now.
They're 40. It's okay. And
Yeah.
the live reunion special is 3 hours, but all good.
Oh.
I have a question about it, though.
Yeah, what's up?
Because all their cutaway scenes, when they're like, whoa, we're coming back to Survivor.
Yeah.
It's like a snake slithering through the grass or rolled up in a tree. And then they're like, all right, now we're on the beach with our Survivor contestants. How has nobody gotten bit by a snake yet?
That's a great question. My thing, I would only have to assume that where they are is not where the video is being taken place, right?
You think?
Yeah, like they go to a place that's kind of similar to where they are and get the video. Like they make sure there's nothing on the island.
Okay, but how do you like rid an island of snakes? Are you just like, you don't live here anymore, snakes, get in my bag. I'm taking you to a new island.
Yeah, you know what? That's a good question. Is this a rhetorical, like, do you know the answer?
Okay, so I did try to look it up on Reddit a little bit.
Okay.
It seems that they have, this is what one Redditor heard from a filming friend who heard from another friend.
Okay.
That they have a wildlife handler that walks the perimeter of camp at all times.
Okay.
And scares away anything that might be there.
Okay.
And then they kind of have the area as well fenced off. Because I've thought, like, Survivor looks like a really fun game to play.
Yeah.
Until you start thinking about, like, how deceptive and lying it is. And then also about all the wildlife there. But somehow, I think they actually are able to get it away. I also think, this is just my own made-up idea.
Yeah.
But you know how when you try to get mice out of your house and you might plug something in that's super high-pitched that you can't hear, but it scares off all of the animals from in your house?
Yeah, I've heard of that.
I wonder if they, like, plug something in that the snakes don't like the sound of, and they all vacate, you know?
Yeah.
Or something like that. Or maybe they have something really stinky that only the snakes with their really good sense of smell can smell, and they are like, oh, don't want to go over on that side of the island. Those people stink.
I really tried to like tea. I did.
You've given it a chance?
I have.
How many chances? Sometimes you have to acquire a taste for something.
So this is the first time I ever went out and bought myself tea. I've had tea in the past, like, made for me, and I didn't care for that, and I didn't care for buying tea either.
So you thought that the person who made it for you maybe made it wrong?
Yeah, or maybe, like, because they went with crazy flavors, and I just wanted to try, like, a normal tea, and both were equally as gross.
So you bought a tea yesterday?
Yeah, yesterday.
And did you have them put any milk and sugar in it? Or were you just like, I'll have one tea, please?
Yeah,
I'm
no.
going to see if I like this
I asked
stuff.
for one large tea.
John, you have to start out by making sure that it doesn't taste like tea before you go forward with saying you don't like tea.
But then what's the point of drinking tea if you're trying to make it not taste like tea?
Well,
Right?
you're going to get it to taste like tea. Like, it's like when you start out with drinking coffee as like a young 16-year-old trying to stay up to study for your exams. You drink it like triple or 4x4.
Yeah.
And then as you get older, you realize that you start to enjoy the taste of coffee more than you'd enjoy the taste of cream and sugar water. And that's kind of the same as tea, you know? You have to really work yourself up to enjoying it.
I didn't even know you were able to put cream or any of that in tea. Like, I thought that was taboo.
No.
Really?
You wouldn't put cream in tea, but you certainly put milk in tea.
Milk and sugar?
Milk and sugar, yes. And you can choose, like, I mean, you said that was a crazy flavor that you had tried before, but was it like apple cinnamon? Like, doesn't that sound nice?
It does, but...
Hibiscus heaven?
All of that sounds delicious until you actually put it in your mouth and drink it.
And then it still tastes like leaves to you?
Yeah, it's leaf soup. That's what tea is.
When I left work yesterday, I can't say I was planning on cleaning my stove to its pristine state that it's now in, but that's what happened last night.
Good for you.
Thank you. I mean, there was something that prompted me having to do that, which
There always is.
I know. I went to crack an egg into a frying pan, and when I cracked the egg, it just thought, you know what? My shell was weak, and you have opened the floodgates. And the whole egg just landed on the stovetop, not in the pan. And because it was so close to where the pan was, it just kind of started to cook onto the stovetop. And then it started to spread.
Yeah.
And then it went underneath the elements and onto like the surface underneath that.
Yeah.
And so all of a sudden, it was like, I can do nothing for this except for wait for the stove to cool down and then clean up the mess I have made. But very impressively, one egg, you wouldn't believe the damage it could do. Half an hour later, that's when I was done cleaning the stove after I started.
30 minutes.
Yeah. I had scrapers out. I had to use some spray. I had to like lift up the stovetop and clean underneath. I had to take all of the elements out and scrub them. It was a mess. One egg, John.
Just one.
Yeah, you might think you're insignificant in the world, but you can't imagine the damage you can cause. I have learned the perfect new word for you, John.
Handsome?
Sure.
Okay.
Also, this one too, though. Nixon.
Nixon, like Richard Nixon.
Spelled differently, like Niksen. No X's in the middle.
Okay.
Nixon.
Okay.
Any guesses?
Nixon, you said it's a perfect word for me.
Uh-huh.
A lot of the time, you and I talk about how I really do nothing.
Uh-huh.
And how I sleep. Is it something to do with sleeping?
It is not, but it was something to do with the latter.
Okay, the former.
Sure.
So it has to do with nothing.
Yeah.
Really?
Do you want to know?
Yes.
Level up your lexicon.
Nixon is to do nothing without a purpose.
That's me. First of all, ouch. Ouch. That's smarts. Secondly, that's me.
Okay, so basically this is a Dutch word, which also made me laugh because you were getting all those Dutch ads on your podcast. They thought you spoke Dutch. But this one is a Dutch word about doing nothing without a purpose. And so they're saying it's not watching a movie. It's not scrolling social media. It's not reading emails. Those all have an outcome in mind. You prepare a meal. You think, okay, this is going to be a healthy meal for me. Or you're watching a movie. Okay, I'm going to, turn off. But this is literally doing nothing. So you're just going to, kind of stand on a beach and just stand there. Or you're going to lay in bed and not fall asleep because you're not doing anything. So you're just laying there.
I like that.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you tomorrow morning, what'd you do last night? And you're going to say Nixon.
Nixon. Gen Z has taken to a new trend for the past year where every time we get laid off, fired, or let go from a job, we record it.
Whoa.
Yeah, we just record the entire thing, no matter if it's over Zoom. It started with a Zoom call where they let go 3,000 employees, I think it was.
That's a lot.
Yeah, and now it's led to just, hey, you're getting fired from your Walmart gig? Record it.
And then post it?
Yeah, post it everywhere you can. And my favorite thing about them is some of them you can tell there's no reason for them to be let go besides like, hey, it's a money thing. But the other side of them, which I love even more, is they're giving you causes as to why you're being let go. One of them I saw, it's like you took a 90-minute break yesterday, and they decided to post it.
Wow, people
Right?
have no shame. I mean, good for them for not being shamed, but jeepers.
Right?
This feels like the worst moment of your life, and you're like, don't worry, I documented it for you so you can all see and I can look back on this and remember how terrible it felt to not have a job anymore.
The thing is, though, I think it's working with what they want to do, and not only are people mad at these companies for letting go of their employees. Like 3,000 is a lot. But now they're mad because they got to see not only how the company laid these people off, but like their process of it. The Zoom call one that I told you about, everybody was on one Zoom call. They weren't individual Zoom calls.
Well, I mean, they didn't have enough time probably
right? 3,000
to
people.
do 3,000 individual Zoom calls. Oh dear.
So my thing about it is, will it stop companies from laying people off more if this becomes a real like trend?
I think it will make them be more careful with their words. Like, if you're going to record me, then I'm going to speak only in legalese, and I'm not going to give any reason for you to be able to come back at me and say, I fired you without cause. Here's the facts, only the facts, and sorry, I have zero emotion about it.
All I know is that when I get fired from this job, which it'll happen, we're all very aware that at some point my reckoning day is coming.
Wow, I think you're great, John.
I will be recording it and posting it to the Play 103 Instagram.
Great, can't wait.
Valentine's Day is tomorrow, and to represent Valentine's Day, we have a baby in a diaper with a bow and arrow.
I had never really thought about that. Yeah, Cupid is a pretty weird mascot.
Yeah, it's even weirder if you think of him as not a baby.
What, an adult in a diaper with a bow?
Just a shirtless dude in a diaper with a bow and arrow who shoots love at you.
Maybe he's an angel.
Okay.
Or I think he's actually a cherub.
A what?
A cherub?
A cherub.
Like,
we don't have time for this.
Sorry.
We don't have time for what doesn't John know. That'll be 7 hours long.
Okay.
I want to have a holiday mascot draft with you, like holiday mascot Santa, Jack Skellington, on and on and on.
Okay. All right.
Top 3.
No more Cupid.
Your team has to compete with mine. Since I'm so nice, I'll give you the first pick of the draft.
Well, I'm definitely taking Santa then. I mean, power of suggestion. Obviously, the holiday mascot of the world is Santa.
I was hoping that me saying it quick enough would have you not say Santa. Then, you know what? I think Easter's second, so I'll go with the Easter Bunny.
Okay.
Yeah.
Those are pretty good. I mean, they're not equals, but
whatever.
That's all right. I'm going to go with St. Patrick's Day.
Oh, instantly your draft falls. I feel like St. Patrick or leprechauns? Nah, I feel like that's not.
No, those are so fun. And everybody likes to wear green. You get pinched if you don't. Pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. Lucky Charms has a cereal.
No, I think Santa was a strong start, but the Easter Bunny definitely beats St. Patrick's Day and leprechauns. Mm-hmm. So I think my next pick is going to instantly make mine higher than yours. Let me go with Father Time, New Year's Eve, New Year's Day.
Father Time. Okay, that is a really good holiday. I'm taking Valentine's Day next. I'm going with the baby in the diaper.
Oh,
really? The cherub himself, Cupid. Yep.
Oh, I feel like that might be the worst one, but I feel like I win here.
Really? I've got St. Patrick's Day, all the green. I've got Santa, and I have Cupid.
Yeah.
Who are you taking now?
I have to go with Thanksgiving Turkey Tom. The turkey.
Is that a real thing, Tom Turkey?
You bet your sweet butt it's a real thing. You bet it's a real thing.
All right. Did you know that Tom is just what a male turkey is? He's a Tom.
Really?
Yeah.
So his name is Male Turkey?
Yes. Yep, exactly that. Okay, I guess Jack Skellington for Halloween. He is the Halloween mascot, right? Like, I mean, everybody thinks of him at Halloween time.
Or pumpkin, I guess.
Jack-o'-lantern. Jack-o'-lantern.
Yeah.
Okay. So I have Cupid, Santa, St. Patrick's Day, and Jack-o'-lantern.
Yeah. Well, that leaves me with not really cool ones anymore. That really doesn't leave me with any cool. I can't even think of any other ones.
I can't.
I think that's a holiday. Or today is World
Pancake
Radio
Day.
And Pancake Day. What a pancake mascot? Just pancake?
Yeah, he's got to just have a face on his pancake in the butter.
With blueberries. Okay. I think this was a terrible idea, and neither of us won. We're both losers.
I win.
No. Taylor Swift made up the entire NFL.
Come on.
She did. I hate to tell you.
Are you a conspiracy theorist?
Yep. And there's so much evidence as to that is pointing towards this nice girl scripting the entire NFL to make all football fans angry.
Please tell us about the evidence that you found. You've done a lot of research, have you?
Oh yeah, and I'm super into this. So what I think to be true, because Taylor Swift is so influential, and the first game she was at, billion little girls tuned in, so the NFL got so many more watchers. Well, they want to keep riding that wave, so she kept going to more NFL games. They got in cahoots, and they're like, hey, how do we get more people to watch the NFL? Well, we get the Chiefs to go all the way, and they made it all the way to the big game, the biggest game in football you can possibly have. And guess what? Chiefs won. Now, is that a little storybook? Yeah. And is it ridiculous that people think that Taylor Swift rigged the NFL? Yeah.
So people are saying that they think that the football players on the field on Sunday were acting.
Complete acting.
And to make sure that the Chiefs won in overtime.
Yep.
Can I just say that I think professional athletes, like singers, cross over into acting, actors cross over into singing. You don't usually see professional athletes that often. LeBron James as the exception. Shaquille O'Neal crossing over into acting.
And when you see them act, they're not that good. Like The Rock was an athlete, not that good. John Cena was an athlete, not that good at acting either.
Wow, shots fired. I love The Rock. He's a great singer. He's so good in Moana.
In
Baywatch?
what? No, in what?
Moana?
That's
movie?
Moana?
Moana. It was so good I know how to say the word. No, I love The Rock. He's like really, the exception to the rule as the actor.
He's really good at playing the same character.
Okay, everybody would be good at playing themselves. I have the best news ever.
Do you?
I do. I'm so excited. I mean, I think it's the best news ever for a lot of people other than me, but great nonetheless.
I'm excited. What is it?
The Jonas Brothers are performing at the Calgary Stampede.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah. So they were here in the fall. I went to see them in Edmonton, and they loved Canada so much, I'm deducing, that they are coming back to Canada for the Calgary Stampede. They're going to be performing at the Saddle Dome on July 13th.
Okay, so they are performing the last day. I think the 13th is the last day of the Stampede. They're not performing at the Stampede, but during the Stampede.
Oh, aren't you just an expert on Stampedes?
No, I'm still glad they're coming. It's awesome. I love the Jonas Brothers too. Jocation-ized, you can get me, baby. Yeah. However, my thing is, it makes sense because they are huge. So it makes sense they're not just going to be like on the Coca-Cola stage or at the Cowboys Casino tent. They do need that big of a venue.
Oh, for sure. I mean, I went to, I'm pretty sure it was a sold out show for the Rogers Place, Edmonton, and I'm pretty sure I sat in the very last row of the sold out show. I couldn't see a single thing. So.
And yeah, that's packed place. So
yeah, here's some advice for you if you do buy tickets: bring your glasses or buy a closer seat.
Trivia Tuesday.
Steph, in which city is the Big Nickel located?
Sudbury.
Whatever.
Was that supposed to be a hard one?
I tried to be nice.
Oh, thank you very much. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you be nice.
Okay. What does the touch of Midas turn everything into?
Gold.
Oh.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, we're both being kind today. Okay, here's a bonus question. Acorn, butternut, and banana are types of what? Acorn, butternut, and banana are types of what?
Squash.
Whoa. Okay.
Right.
Wow, we're so kind to each other. Do you have a harder one for me?
I do. What is the area of Vatican City?
No, that one's too hard.
Okay.
1 kilometer.
Yeah.
All right. I think we better stop while we're ahead here. 4 correct answers is pretty good for a Trivia Tuesday.
Thanks for listening.
Don't forget to subscribe to the Steph and John replay.
Find more Steph and John at play1037.ca.